2004. We have arrived at that year. What happened in 2004? Well, the Summer Olympics in Athens. My favorite Summer Olympics, to be honest. Well, what else happened? Tampa Bay won the Stanley Cup. And what happened in baseball? Well, let's find out. January 6th, Dennis Eckersley and Paul Molitor elected by the Baseball Writers Association. They're in the Hall of Fame now. March 4th, Bud Selig announces that Jackie Robinson Day will be held on April 15th, because that's the day when he debuted in 1947. And his number 42 will be retired. March 21st, Veterans Stadium is demolished in a 62-second implosion. I think it's on YouTube, so if you find it, watch it. April 8th, San Diego 4, San Francisco 3 at first game at Petco Park. April 12th, Cincinnati 4, Philadelphia 1 and first game at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Okay, April 18th, Sammy Sosa passes Ernie Banks on the Cubs home run list. May 28th, Mariano Rivera reaches 300 saves. June 20th, on Father's Day, Ken Griffey hits home run number 500 as his dad, Ken Griffey Sr., is in attendance. So there you go. July 5th, Eric Gagne sees his streak of 84 straight saves end. July 13th, in the 75th All-Star Game, yes, the 75th, American League 9, National League 4. August 25th, Cuba 6, Australia 2 in the gold medal game in baseball at the 2004 Summer Olympics. Magical Olympics, I'm telling you. You gotta watch the opening and closing ceremonies on YouTube, I'm telling you. That was fun. Okay. September 29th, Montreal's last ever home game has Florida beat them 9-1. On the same day Montreal plays their last ever home game, MLB makes it official and announces that Montreal will be moving to Washington for the 2005 season. Yeah, Montreal finishes their season on the road. October 1st, Ichiro Suzuki passes George Sisler for most hits in a season. The old record was 257. Ichiro finishes with 262. And October 3rd, Montreal loses their final ever game on the road in New York to the Mets, the first team they played, and I think they beat them. So, after this recording, Montreal will be in Washington, named the Nationals. So, standings. New York Yankees take the American League East, 101 wins, 61 losses. Boston finishes 98 and 64, 3 back, and takes the wild card. Baltimore goes 78 and 84, 23 back. Tampa Bay goes 70 and 91, 30 and a half back. And Toronto goes 67 and 94, 33 and a half back. Minnesota takes the American League Central with a 92 and 70 record. Chicago goes 83 and 79, 9 back. Cleveland goes 80 and 82, 12 back. Detroit goes 72 and 90, 20 back. Kansas City goes 58 and 104, 34 back. Anaheim takes the American League West, 92 and 70. I think won it on the last day. Oakland finishes second at 91 and 71, 1 game back. Texas goes 89 and 73, 3 back. Seattle goes 63 and 99, 29 back. Atlanta takes the National League East at 96 and 66. Philadelphia goes 86 and 76 in their first season at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Florida goes 83 and 79, 13 back. Mets goes 71 and 91, 25 back. Montreal's final season, they go 67 and 95, 29 back. St. Louis takes the National League Central at 105 wins and 57 losses. Houston ends up with 92 and 70, 13 back, and they take the wild card. Chicago goes 89 and 77, 16 back. Cincinnati goes 76 and 86, 29 back. Pittsburgh goes 72 and 89, 32 and a half back. Milwaukee goes 67 and 94, 37 and a half back. Los Angeles takes the National League West, 93 and 69. San Francisco goes 91 and 71, 2 back. San Diego goes 87 and 75, 6 back. Colorado goes 68, 94, 25 back. And Arizona goes 51 and 111, 42 back. Ouch. Season stats. Ichiro Suzuki of Seattle, 372 average, led the majors. Manny Ramirez of Boston, 43 home runs, led the American League. Miguel Tejada of Baltimore, 150 RBIs, led the majors. Kurt Schilling of Boston, 21 wins, led the majors. Johan Santana of Minnesota had a 2.61 ERA, led the American League, and had 265 strikeouts, which also led the American League. Barry Bonds of San Francisco, 362 average, led the National League. Adrian Beltre of LA, 48 home runs, led the majors. Vinny Castillo of Colorado, 131 RBIs, led the National League. Roy Oswalt of Houston, 20 wins, led the National League. Jake Peavy of San Diego, yes, that's Jake Peavy of San Diego, 2.27 ERA, led the majors. And Randy Johnson, 290 strikeouts. Not 300, 290. Anyways, playoffs. Start with Minnesota Twins versus New York Yankees. Game 1 in New York, Minnesota 2, Yankees nothing. Game 2 in New York, Yankees 7, Minnesota 6 in 12 innings. Game 3 in Minnesota, Yankees 8, Minnesota 4. And Game 4 in Minnesota, Yankees 6, Minnesota 5 in 11. So they're going to the American League Championship Series. Boston versus Anaheim. Game 1 in Anaheim, Boston 9, Anaheim 3. Game 2 in Anaheim, Boston 8, Anaheim 3. Game 3 in Boston, Boston 8, Anaheim 6. So Boston will be facing the Yankees for the American League Championship Series. Oh, you're going to find out what really happened. Dodgers versus Cardinals. Game 1 in St. Louis, Cardinals 8, Dodgers 3. Game 2 in St. Louis, Cardinals 8, Dodgers 3. Yes, identical 8-3 scores in the first 2 games. Game 3 in Los Angeles, Dodgers 4, Cardinals nothing. And Game 4 in Los Angeles, Cardinals 6, Dodgers 2. Cardinals are going to the National League Championship Series, but who do they face? Got Houston versus Atlanta to round out the Division Series. Game 1 in Atlanta, Houston 9, Atlanta 3. Game 2 in Atlanta, Atlanta 4, Houston 2 and 11. Game 3 in Houston, Houston 8, Atlanta 5. Game 4 in Houston, Atlanta 6, Houston 5. Game 5 in Atlanta, Houston 12, Atlanta 3. So we got Houston versus St. Louis in the National League, and you got Boston versus New York in the National American League. So this is where we're going to start. Game 1 in New York, Yankees 10, Boston 7. Game 2 in New York, Yankees 3, Boston 1. Game 3 in Boston, Yankees 19, Boston 8. That is not a typo. Yankees 19, Boston 8. So the series is over, right? Are you sure? The series is over. Are you sure? Because Game 4 in Boston, Red Sox 6, Yankees 4 in 12 innings. I think David Ortiz hit the home run. a home run to win it. And Game 5 in Boston, Red Sox 5, Yankees 4 in 14 innings. Johnny Damon scored the winning run, and they kept running to New York. Game 6 in New York, Boston 4, Yankees 2. Ooh. Is this possible? Could it happen? It happened. Game 7 in New York, Boston 10, Yankees 3. Johnny Damon went off on that game. I think he had 6 or 7 RBIs that game. Boston Red Sox were the first team in the Major League Baseball to come back from a 3-0 deficit to win a series. And they did it to their arch rivals Yankees. Did anybody remember hearing that choking sound from New York? Yeah, that's what happened. Anyways, Houston. Now you got the Houston versus St. Louis, and this is being a homer series. Huh? Well, let's follow along. Game 1 in St. Louis, Cardinals 10, Houston 7. Game 2 in St. Louis, Cardinals 6, Houston 4. Game 3 in Houston, Houston 5, St. Louis 2. Game 4 in Houston, Houston 6, St. Louis 5. Game 5 in Houston, Houston 3, St. Louis nothing. See? Home team has been winning every game. Does this continue? Well, yes it does. Game 6 in St. Louis 6, Houston 4 in 12 innings. Game 7 in St. Louis 5, Houston 2. It'll be the Boston Red Sox versus the St. Louis Cardinals for the World Series. And Game 1 in Boston, Red Sox 11, St. Louis 9. Game 2 in Boston, Boston 6, St. Louis 2. Game 3 in St. Louis, Boston 4, St. Louis 1. And Game 4 in St. Louis, Boston 3, St. Louis nothing. Boston Red Sox win their first World Series since 1918, ending an 86-year drought and their 6th title overall. So that's what happened in 2004. A crazy comeback and a drought ending. Tomorrow, 2005. Will we see another drought end? Well, you're just going to have to find out tomorrow now, won't you? Stay tuned.